36 for the EV, riding around my city. You should come ride with me, yeah. Feel me if you hear me, sip water like a fish, sip box water to the gillies, yeah. This a new wave, this a takeover. Do it for the future, time to get a world a makeover. Time never stops, no the timing is not. Time to clean up the block. Streets been a mess, how can I breathe? Smoke in the air, pure gasoline. I see.
If you ain't turned up for this win, baby, turn up. What? You ain't turned up for this win, dog. Y'all ain't turned up for this win. I'm too lit right now, dog. I'm too lit. Let me do my dance real quick, guys. Let me do my dance real quick. Hey, I gotta throw up the W for the win. You gotta throw up the dub for the dub, man. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? I'm too turned right now, baby. I'm so happy for the team. After we went out there in Toronto the other night and got destroyed and got embarrassed, and we come out tonight. Hey. Struggled, man. Struggled early. Another slow start again. Another slow start. Next thing you know, we down 22. We down 23. The next thing you know, we down 23 points in the second quarter. Whoever was in the chat with me during the watch along, you know I was going crazy. I was upset. I was mad. I can't help it. You know what I'm saying? I can't help it. I was pissed off. You feel me? And then I said, remember guys in the chat, I said, we just get it to within 10 to 15 points by the half. Get it to 10 or less by the fourth. And we give ourselves a chance to win. Remember I said that. I promise you, man. As soon as I said that, that boy Dejounte Murray going out there tonight. He went on a personal, just not tonight. That's what he said. Not tonight. Nah. Next thing I know, man, just still here, still there. 2 points here. Pass the ball here. They score. 3 points here. I'm like, this dude is working tonight. Then we go into halftime, man. We go into halftime, right? Go into halftime. They go into the locker room. I don't know what they told them. I don't know what they said to them boys in that locker room at halftime. I don't know what he told them. I don't know if Travis Slink showed up and said, hey, some of y'all gonna get traded if this keep up. But I don't know what Nate McMillan told them boys in the locker room. These boys came out in that third quarter. We came out in the third quarter and we put on a defensive masterclass against the Knicks. Our masterclass. We held them, bro. They scored 10 points in the third quarter. 10 points. That's less than a point per minute. Ooh. Man. Shout out to the whole freaking organization, man. From Nate on down. Shout out to them, man. They turned this stuff around. I gotta give credit where credit is due. Because at that first quarter, I was ready to fire. I was ready to fire Nate on the spot. That first quarter, I was ready to let him go. But I gotta tip my cap. I don't know what he told them boys in that third quarter. I mean, at that halftime. But bruh, the boys came out and held them to 10 points. Man, everything they couldn't get. Where was Randall? What was Randall? They couldn't get nothing on. Where's Cam Reddish? Where are the Cam Reddish fans at? He can't shoot, man. Bro, he's terrible shooting the ball. I don't know why Knicks fans thought they got to steal. I'm glad we got him. I'm glad we got him up out of here, though. I'm glad we got him up out of here. Y'all know what time it is, family. I'm finna drop this link, man. We finna drop this link. Let me hear what the chat got to say. Let me hear what y'all got to say about tonight's effort. Let me hear what y'all got to say about tonight's effort. Because at the end of the day, you got to give credit where credit is due. You got to give credit where credit is due. That was a whole team effort on that comeback. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm going to tell you that right now. That was a whole team effort, baby. We're going to drop that link, man. Y'all know what to do, man. If you want to come on the show, you want to come on the post-game live, We Talk Hawks TV, We Talk Hawks Daily post-game live show, #1 YouTube Hawk fan channel for the fans, by the fans. Y'all come up here, follow that link. Come up here, tell me how you feel about tonight's victory. About tonight's victory, baby. I don't want to hear no whack, bro. After that first quarter, but I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear no slander tonight. Here we go. My first guy, bring on my boy Juan up in the building. What's good, my guy?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Bro, let me tell you something. In the first quarter, I was depressed. You heard me?
Yeah.
I was depressed, bro. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
I like it was a tale of two halves, man. What was the game we played with Detroit? You know, I mean Detroit. That second game where we were kind of like flimsy and kind of like lackadaisical in the first half, and then the second half we came in and just kind of like took their heart from them. That was what we saw tonight against New York, but it was a more concerted effort on the defense first. Like we let the defense lead the offense instead of offense going to defense. So I was extremely proud by that. And then I took my hat to Dejounte Murray. He's exactly what we needed. We don't win this game last year without if we didn't have, last year with the roster we currently had constructed because of the defense intensity. And I think he went back there, once we got the lead down to 9, what was like 54 to like 65 in the second going into halftime or something like that. I think he went back and he was like, look, man, I'm doing all this on defense. I got us back. Y'all need to follow my lead. You know what I mean? Like Trey was he was putrid again the first quarter. Came in second quarter, he had made 7 straight points, 8 straight points. He had 2 threes and like a 2-pointer. But then he shot an ill-advised 3 at the end, man, trying to get a 2 for 1. I thought it was a bad shot because we had the momentum going. And if Randall came down and hit that 3, we go from down 9 to back down 12 again. You know what I mean? So he could have ballooned again. But Murray came out, man, had a career high. Like, I watched him in the third quarter. Like, he was just a ball hawk, man. The dude was ripping everybody. He got a turnover on Quentin Grimes just by him standing there. Like, he was about to attempt to steal. And Quentin Grimes fumbled and turned the ball over. And you can hear Clyde Frazier even say it. He's like Murray's been everywhere. He's like, he made Quentin Grimes turn the ball over because his presence has been around. Like, he was a one-man assassin, man. Like, he's truly a two-way player. He's truly a two-way player. But hold on, look, I ain't trying to spoil nobody Cheerios. I'm glad that we got the dub, but I'm finna spoil some Cheerios. I'm finna give you a cup of shade with sprinkling in with some hate.
Okay, talk to me.
Look, man. Dejounte needs to be the point guard for late in the game when it comes to decision making. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Don't let analysts hear that.
I'm sorry.
Didn't hear that, man. I hope he didn't hear that.
I love Trey's game. I love everything he brings offensively, but he is questionable He is very questionable decision making when it gets stressful and when it's time to make a play. DeJounte's not going to come down and shoot a three, an ill-advised three with 20 seconds left on the clock. He's going to try to get in the paint, or he's going to try to get somebody else a better shot. I am not saying Trey is not capable of doing that. So don't get me on, fans don't get me the record and say, oh, Trey don't do that. All I'm saying is his decision making is better in the clutch and in stressful situations than it is in Trey's. Trey will come down and he would try to shoot an ill-advised shot that would take the momentum out of the game, or just shoot it to try to get his point going, because Trey thrives off his offense. He don't thrive off defense. Murray's the opposite way. He thrives off defense. You saw him give a little fist pump right there, and he's talking to the crowd where he got that last steal and made a layup. He thrives off defense. I just think right now he's the better decision maker in the stressful situations and when we need to be able to make a comeback or we're down.
All right, let me bring on analysts up in the building. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know if I freeze up, y'all know what to do. Just keep rapping. Let me bring on my guy, analyst up in the building. Talk to me there, young analyst. What's your thoughts about tonight's game, IG?
Your feelings in the first quarter about Nate is the way I still feel about Nate. But listen, I'm happy we won. Like over all things, I want the win.
I was ready. I was ready to fire Nate right on the spot, bro.
Hey,
that's how mad I was.
My hypothesis is that Travis left the arena and went back to the locker room and was waiting on Nate. He had Nate keys to his office. Like, I still want these. He still want these. Has some trades written down on the board. Talking about some, hey, bro, you see this right here? This is an offer we got right here for you. But
they say he had a U.S. Postal Service, the little white box where you collect mail for all his stuff. You can put in there.
I want to start off by that. I'm not fooled by Nate, but I'm happy we won. I thought it was just a great defensive second half. The great defensive. Whenever you can hold. Now listen, good defensive teams are usually pretty good on offense, right? So a lot of the times their defense was turning into offense. That's just the Knicks.
About to get y'all ass.
Oh no!
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
Look at that big dope he got.
I got every rebuttal in the book. I stand by fire Nick McMillan. I stand by it. But
go ahead.
Exactly.
I'm glad we won. We're 5-3 now. If we would have lost to the Knicks tonight, I would have been depressed because I had to hear the Knicks fans talking about some
Bing bong
Brunson and Julius Randle. I'm like, nobody care about no Brunson and Julius Randle. Yeah, ain't got no all-star. But I was happy with the great defensive effort in the second half. I thought Murray and listen, I wasn't doubting Murray as a player, but I was like, he's got to find his way to make his presence. Like, I am who I was in San Antonio. He did that. Like he took over the game. And I want to touch on what you said real quick, and then I'm gonna be done. I agree with that. With what you said about Murray having the ball going down the stretch. Do I doubt that Trey can do that? No, because he's done it before. But I do agree that Murray should be that guy going down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing and saying that Trey can't do it. We've seen him done it numerous times, but overall, consistent wise, Murray's he's a little bit more poised. Maybe it has to do with a little bit come out of Pop's system and maybe be a little bit older. But we know. His go-to play is not to shoot a three. He is to try to get in the paint. He settles for that elbow jumper, and he's going to try to get to the lane. You know what I mean? And again, his defense pushes his offense instead of offense pushing his defense.
To that point, I think it's the what you see with Murray when he has the ball. He's not looking for he's not score first, right? So he's not looking for his own offense coming down. He is looking for the right play, not necessarily to score. So I think that's the difference between Murray and Young. But this game does not change my perspective about Nate. In fact, it intensifies it because it's like they're so flat. They come out really flat, lacking energy, lacking urgency, lacking assertiveness, and they just look lifeless. Like they don't look like they're ready to play. They don't look like they're into the game. It's just like they're going through the motions. And to me, that's coaching. You know, if the guys are not ready to play, that's coaching. If they're not prepared to play, that's coaching.
Travis and Tony ain't falling for the okie doke, Gerald. They ain't falling for the okie doke.
Are y'all done?
Gerald, get ready.
Gerald, this is other thing. This is last thing I'll say.
Gerald ready.
Let's let Gerald take the show.
We ran the pick and roll and
the
horn actions and go ahead, Gerald.
Oh God.
Tiggy G.
Hey, check me out. Quote one. Quotable number one in the first quarter. You don't see that Nate lost this team. If you don't see that Nate's the problem, I don't think you know basketball.
That was me.
I stand by that.
I stand by it. I
stand by it.
Regardless.
Hey,
hold on.
Gerald, put my name on it, Gerald.
All right. Gerald, this game is over.
I didn't say that, but
I said that.
All right. So I told y'all, bro. Y'all too reactionary. It's a long game.
Oh, Lord.
It's a long game.
If that's a playoff game, we lose that game.
Hold on.
I was in the chat.
I don't operate in ifs. I don't operate in hypotheticals. I operate on what is in the present.
You operate on hypotheticals earlier.
So, analyst, check me out. I asked you in the chat. I said, if we come back and win, how much credit does Nate get? You danced around the question because everything in the chat, everything.
Answer.
Hold on, now you want to do it now?
I say 0.
I gave you an answer.
I say 0.
Thank you. Who is this?
Hold on, but here's my thing. Here's my thing. You gotta call it both ways. If we down 23, and the only reason y'all come up with is Nate, and we come back and win, he's still at 0. I'm going off of y'all metric now.
What did he do to get us back in the? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear. What did he do to get us back in the game, though? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Hold on. What did he do for us to get down 23? For y'all,
where do you want me to start at, Gerald? Where do you want me to start?
He had a team ready to come out.
So you want to start? Nah,
these folks get paid $500 million.
I don't care. I don't care what they get paid. I care about Nate, and they get paid.
So hold on. So he hadn't ready to play, but he hadn't ready to play in the second half. Or no?
Murray took over.
I'm moving the goal.
One of y'all said it. Y'all said it's a good thing. I think it was somebody in the chat. They said Murray is a hothead in a good way. They said when the team is playing poor on defense, I'm reading the chat. When the team's playing poor on defense, he let everybody on the bench have it. So listen, if Nate made that defensive adjustment in the second half, I'll give him credit for that. Now, me personally, I think that was Mike. But if it was Nate, if it was Nate, so I say this: if Nate made the defensive adjustment at halftime, I give Nate credit. Man, if it wasn't him,
bro. There's no way you can sit here with a straight face and not give Nate McMillan no credit. That team came out and held the Knicks to 10 damn points in the third quarter.
And what did I say? I said if
10
he
points
was responsible for the defensive adjustment, I give him credit.
So you didn't see a switch. You didn't switching on second half, going from man to zone.
I said if he was responsible for it. Remember, we hired a defensive-minded coach. His name is Mike.
So how do we know if he's responsible for us going down 23?
Anna, let's be real here. You trying to BS and not give Nate no credit.
I'm being realistic and I'm being critical of our
realistic this is realistic. I'm
not buying the okie doke. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid with Nate.
Nah.
Guess what?
We'll come back and we'll lose by 25 to the Pelicans.
We'll lose by 25 to the Pelicans.
So what? How much credit do y'all get? So how much credit do y'all give him? That's what I'm curious about.
That's what I'm curious too.
Give Nate the same amount of credit as blame as y'all gave him.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
23.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
No,
I was blaming Nate in the first quarter for everything.
Bro,
If you saw
listen,
my- if you
we're
saw-
having
if
this
you saw-
conversation because DeJounte had
Hey,
one of the
can I
greatest games
No,
of his
but
life.
Go ahead, Mike.
I just want to dive into it real quick.
Go ahead, Mike.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, Mike?
And then I'm about to say I'll let y'all get it and I'll jump into the a chat or whatever. I already knew and know it's the same discussion all the time. But I feel I looked at tonight's game with a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Literally look at all y'all that claim that no plays are ran. There were literally plays being ran from tip off and jump. Things started off with ball movement and bodies moving. The same thing happens every single time. The same thing happens every single time. Trey's inner alarm goes off that he needs to score. And then when he doesn't score a couple times or something like that, and it's hard, we start to get into stagnant play because Trey begins to get into a kind of a force it mode and not allow the game come to him. And then a lot of things too. Let me finish and I'll let y'all talk or whatnot though. I'm just going to address it. Some things are just simple in sports. You always heard that coaches love or say they need a coach on the floor. Point guards, a great point guard also as well, a great part of them is because they are an extension of their coach. So therefore, that's what I'm saying. Dejounte Murray is more of an extension of the coach because Nate McMillan's message is the same. It is not going to change. What changed was the leadership on the court and who was delivering and carrying the message by example to the rest of the team. And then you see it gets infectious and everybody feeds off of it. Everybody feels just everything about it. It's just a different leadership. It's just simple as that. Yes, Nate is old. Nate is an older coach. But yes, his message is not going to change. He say the same stuff all the time. We need to move the ball, y'all. We need to play some defense. No fools don't necessarily do it. It can be reasons why, but tonight was just proof in the pudding. It ain't no hate or nothing like that against Trey. Trey has to do all the small things in basketball. Like Juan was saying earlier, Trey does not understand how to get himself going when he's off in other ways in basketball. If he is not scoring, Trey that's all he can think about is scoring or giving somebody an assist. So if he try and pass and then get knocked down, that's going into discouragement mode. If he try and shoot and is not going in and stuff like that, that discourage mode coming. Dejounte Murray, if his shot is bricking, he's going to D up and get a steal and get a layup. It's a difference. It's point blank player. If you ever play ball and hoop with a teammate like that, like you feed off of it, it's a different way to talk trash. I laugh at dudes who talk trash because they score. I don't care about that. If I'm scoring too, who cares? You really win the trash talk battle when you actually stop somebody. You can't come back unless you play defense. We played defense and we came back. I mean, that's just mainly what I wanted to say. And also to give Nate credit for playing AJ. Everybody cry about that and say this and that and everything like that. Just give the man credit when little stuff do happen. And we went 3-2 on a road trip. I'm upset about the Bucks game. I wish we would have won that game. I'm not upset about that as much as the Raptors game. I wish we definitely would have won the Raptors game or played better and not look like it bad as we did. But reality is we went 3-2. I think Juan pointed that out. The announcers on Nick them pointed that out. We got to take that and we move forward from here.
So
that's all I got, y'all.
So three things. One, horns and pick and roll to me, it's not a play. To me, that's not a play. You've been doing that since rec league basketball.
It was more than pick and roll. It was more than pick and roll. My bad, bro, but it was more than pick and roll. It was more than pick and roll. It was a bunch of action off the ball. I'm sorry, bro. Like, we got to look at a game together. Like, we got to do a whole show or something like that at a bar or something like that. Watching it together so I can literally say, like, look at this off ball right now. And I can point out niggas not setting the full screen off the ball and being half-assed. Like, maybe you can say the coach needed, but you can't just be bitching people left and right. You ain't playing nobody. So they got to straighten up. So it's leadership. It start feeding off. You saw it later on when we literally had 5 straight defenders. Murray, Holiday. The worst defender was JC, but JC really ain't that bad. You see him getting weak side blocks still. You feel me? Like, it's just a thing.
Well, you pointed out something real good, bro. You pointed out something real good. The leadership changed.
Yes.
As far as like when we started winning, dog. Like, and that's on some real shit. When Trey was the leader on the floor, we wasn't doing too good against the Knicks tonight. Now, when Dejounte took over as the leader, it was like a whole different ball game, dog. That's what I saw, bro.
Yeah,
but two things can be true. It could be DeJounte's leadership, that is true, but it can also be true that we didn't get any good looks the first quarter because the offense is very predictable. They sat on the pick and roll just like Toronto did, just like Milwaukee did. We got no good looks in the first half. The first quarter. What changed was Murray was getting. Yes, you can say Trey needs to play the passing lanes. Trey needs to play better defense. The team needs to play better defense with Trey on the court. Yes, that is true. But what changed was when Trey went off the game, we played the passing lanes. We got steals. We got easier buckets. It was nothing we did offensively that ignited the comeback.
We ran the same.
We watched the game together. I'll point out when Trey alarm go off.
No, wait. Let me say this because
it's that leadership piece, man. For real, y'all. Like DeJounte has that leadership piece down pat, bro.
Hey, when I come to Atlanta, we're gonna set that shit up too. When I come to Atlanta, we're gonna set this shit up. We're gonna all sit down and watch some ball.
All I'm saying is I agree. It's Murray's leadership, but I also agree offensively, nothing changed offensively. Defensively, yes, but offensively,
we're not saying. I'm talking about defensively because the defense won the game tonight. Did y'all? I mean, like it was like a whole different ball game the second half.
I'll tell you this though. I will say this in the back of Mike's point. That first quarter, Trey was like
2 for 12.
Yeah, he was
2 for 12.
2 for 12. I looked at that stat. I was like, "Oh Lord,
bro, he was terrible." Listen,
I'm talking about, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
And if you saw me on that watch along, I know I was in my watch along. I was complaining, bro.
Listen, bro. Hey, I had this ready, bro. See what I'm saying? That Knicks piece that I was talking about.
Yeah. Shot that,
we eating that tonight. I wasn't playing.
Trey went down, and he shot that 3. I was like, what is he doing, man?
Bro, listen, bro.
When he tried to get a 2 for 1, but it wasn't. He ain't having no time, but he just went down there and threw the 3, and I said that's why his shooting percentage be low because he be taking these stupid shots. Man.
Listen, bro.
Even Clyde
them boys trusted in Dejounte tonight, and he pulled through for them, dog. I'm telling you what happened in that locker room.
Yeah. So I want to say this. Well, Mike, I agree with. First of all, yes, and me personally, I believe that actually Murray is. Yeah, I hear that too. I don't know what it is, but I agree that Murray is a better leader than Trey. I agree with that. I think Murray is more mature. You see it. But what I'm saying is that I think it's a valid question, and I'm probably going to get dragged for it, but I'm going to say it anyways. It is a valid question and you notice when Trey is doing, and you call it the alarm, when Trey is doing all this forceful stuff, is he doing forceful stuff in a offense, or is he doing forceful stuff ISO 1-on-1? So could you argue that the reason why he's doing the forceful stuff, and I'm not justifying it, I'm asking a question, is the reason why he's doing the forceful stuff is because we've tried to run the pick and rolls 20 times and they've already stopped it. We don't have Murray in the game, who we usually run at the mid-range. He passed the ball at the mid-range. So he's out there with no other scorers, and there's no plays being ran, which, by the way, he said when there's no plays being ran, he said on the podcast, he said that when those plays being ran, he said he has to hunt for a play. And he's hunting for plays, and he's just jacking up stupid stuff because there's no offense ran. So he's trying to get himself going, which he's not good in that. So that's my question.
And we saw that a lot tonight. That's what the 2 for 12 was.
I got that.
Go ahead, Joe.
Can I answer? I try and make it quick. Okay, I try and make it quick to give you my answer. I'm gonna say this. A couple things you're saying real quick. Just as a quarterback, I'm not a quarterback, but that's why I want to compare it to or whatever. Can you imagine a quarterback saying he can't find the play or don't know a play or something like that? As a point guard, literally your job, that's what I'm saying, being an extension of your coach. I don't want to hear my point guard saying that something is discombobulated or is no plays and say, you literally are the person and the person who have control to call and set up a play. Are you not paying attention in practice? Are you not paying? So that just makes me think sometimes with Trey, just like, again, I get to the just basic basketball. Trey, what are you ignoring? And I mean, yes, y'all, well, I can't say that. Y'all ish on pick and roll, but that is a basic basketball play. So it's give and go. If you have decent IQ, you can always pull back to a basic basketball play and get something to happen on the court. I know you're shaking your head about that, Matt, but a coach shouldn't necessarily always have to call that out. And then I want to ask, do y'all really only see pick and roll high at the top? Because I do be seeing other screens and stuff happen off the ball, and I do see times where Trey moves the ball. Hold on, y'all. I see times where Trey moves the ball, and I'm just saying I see plays at time. When I'm saying I see he get away from it, and to answer analyst question or whatever, is that yes, Trey has the ability, because he's point guard, when his alarm to go off, to abort stuff completely, because he has control as the point guard and main ball handler to not see other things through, to decide I'm going all the way to the bucket now, to decide if I'm gonna go one-on-one step back, shoot a three, to decide if I'm gonna pull up from the timeline. He can do all of that whenever he wants to.
So apparently that's okay.
Nobody has to pass him the ball.
Because apparently that's okay with Nate, because he just stands there and watches it and acts like it's okay. Never addresses it, by the way. Never addresses it.
He's a superstar, man. Nate can't do nothing really about it. Ultimately, besides repeat it when he called a timeout. My bad.
Tatum and Brown are both superstars, and they never did anything like that under
bro.
They're not point guards, bro. They're not point guards. My fault, Juan. Somebody got to give him the ball, though. So it's easier for a wing player to ball hog and not get assists, because the point guard got to bring it down court and give it to him.
Look, man. Like Mike speaking a lot of truth. We talk about Trey Young, you know, his highs and his lows a lot, man, in New Pack City. And one of the things that we saw tonight, these are facts, man. These are absolute facts I'm gonna put out. Number one, when Trey went out the game, the defensive intensity went up. There was a stat that said the Hawks had went 67. They scored 67-23 run. 67-23 run. And this is all when Dejounte was leading everything. Number two, when Trey was out of the game, our defense intensity was a lot better. We was able to switch a lot more. Our ball rotation, our movement on offense was a lot fluid, and we wasn't turning the ball over. We forced 10 turnovers in the third quarter, gentlemen. They had 10 turnovers and 10 points. 10 turnovers and 10 points. Lastly, to credit what Mike was saying, man, there was different action being ran. Did y'all not see Hunter get in the post tonight and score 2 buckets tonight? One was on Jalen Brunson. Another one, there was a down screen, and he scored a dunk right down the middle of the lane, man. Like, there is different action being ran. I know we get settled when you start looking at the pick on Trey. Trey was pretty horrible from the last 3 minutes in the first quarter. He just kept shooting, and was missing everything. And then everybody just stayed in the corner. Me and Mike was talking about it. The ball was moving. It was popping. It was like 16-19. We came down. We hit another 3. Everybody was moving. And then Trey went in hero mode, bro. He went in hero mode, and it stopped everything. Dejounte comes in.
He went in James Harden mode. He went in James Harden mode.
Hold on. Trey went out. Dejounte came in. Dejounte started amping up the defense. He started hitting his threes in the floor of offense. He started taking to the lane. What did you see the rest of the team do? They started modeling what he was doing. You don't just coincidentally shrink a 24-point lead down to 9 points without having some defense and having a better flow on offense. That's all I got right now.
So 2 things, and then Gerald, I promise I'll let you go. 2 things. One, I said at the beginning of I don't know if y'all, I said in the group thing, I said that was a good play, that cross screen for Hunter. I said that. I pointed that out. That was a good play. However,
you did.
Outside of that play, they did very little offense. I'm talking about from the 6-minute mark of the first quarter to the end of the first quarter when Trey forced all them shots. It was pick and roll, pick and roll, pick and roll. That's what it was. He could not get to his spots because of their length and their size, so he got frustrated and he started taking bad shots. You can blame him for that and say, all right, Trey, that's a little childish. You should move off the ball more. You should not force stuff because your shots isn't going. And then 2, with Murray, of course the off defense is going to be better without Trey on the court because he's a bad defender. I mean, of course the offenses, Murray got more steals. The defensive intensity increased with Murray on the court because he's guarding the ball 94 feet and he's up into the defenders. My question is, what does that have to do with coaching? What does Murray increasing his defensive intensity have to do with coaching?
Matt, I hear you, bro. I'm just saying we played a different way tonight. The energy was a lot higher, man. Like
It was
I want
way
this
high.
team the way this team played tonight. We bottled this up, and we need to continue that for the other 75 games we play for the rest of the season, man. I saw a different team when Murray came in, and it's still a defensive mindset. Everybody modeled that, man. Everybody modeled that. Everybody loves Trey. We love it. We love his highlights. We love he can put up 50 on anybody, man. But you have to admit, he slows the game down a little bit sometimes, man. With the ill-advised shot making and the ill-advised playmaking that he does. Nate has some blame with it as well, but I'm not gonna go on the record tonight and say he was the sole purpose of it, because we was hitting our shots, we was moving the ball, and again, that all started with Dejounte. It didn't start with Trey. Trey going out tonight was probably the best thing that could have happened to us, because we just like a totally different team after that.
Bye, Jerry. Go ahead.
Matt, this is the thing. When you're dealing with a superstar, he's the one guy, no matter what the coach say, he can buck the system. That's how it's been since,
That's true.
That's how it's been from the first day of NBA or ABA.
I agree with you.
So when Trey went out, so you don't really know we don't know what Nate's telling them. You know, he can just pretty much tell Trey the right thing, and then, hey, call this. We don't know if he's saying it or not, and then Trey might start drilling the ball, say, fuck this shit, I got it. And there ain't nothing they can do about it.
Ain't nothing he can say.
But when Trey went out the game, there was no player on the floor that had the cachet that could buck the system.
Yeah.
So that's where you actually saw where Nate could actually had a better chance of putting his footprint on the game. And Dejounte came from Pop. So of course that's like the most stringent system along with Miami in the NBA. So we know he know how to fall in line and lead by example. So if he does it, then everybody else gonna fall in line. They would have fell in line anyway, because they ain't got the cachet to buck the system. They can't afford to.
I agree. In part, I agree that they play, like I said, I agree they play better defense. I agree Murray brought a different flavor on the court than what Trey brings. I also disagree that offensively we did anything that we weren't doing in spurts with Trey Young. That's all I'm saying. Yes, he forced some shots. He took some bad shots. However, those shots came when the offense was stagnant. And if you go back,
we're not saying we couldn't score. Our problem always has been defense. So if tonight we telling you we came back 24 points from defense, that should be just your caveat. It shouldn't be no but, dog. Like, we already know we can score. We know that. Like,
top three in the league.
We never have blocked shots in the middle of the air. We've never done that until like the defensive intensity was wild tonight, bro.
Yeah, and I think crazy. I think that's the potential that you see with the roster that are great. I know this going to trigger the mom probably, but I think it's the potential that you see with our group, with the team that great general manager put together. But
oh god, yeah, he gonna come back in.
But no. So and I think this is a fair assessment here. I like the offense and the defense through Murray, but if that's going to be the case moving forward, Nate has got to figure out a way to get Trey involved from something else. You know, he's got to get him involved. Totally different than dribble. 50-foot.
Well, my question is, do y'all think we should play kind of like the old Rockets, like when they had Chris Paul and James Harden?
I answer you, bro. I answer you because they'll answer analysts at the same time, and that's what I like. That's why I wish I had visuals, but like y'all, it happens. It happens. The reason why I be on Trey so much because when Nate first took the job or whatever, and the switch from Larry Drew or whatever, you saw a change in Trey. Trey was executing, making better decisions or whatever, and he was giving consistent effort on defense. It's a great part of the reason why we did what we did that season. For some reason, he kind of went away from things the following season. We got what we did last season or whatever. It happens throughout games. Hell, when Trey came back with his eye messed up looking like Kurt Heinrich and stuff like that, you know, he gave me flashbacks to that. He actually, until he did the right thing a few times or whatever, But Trey did the right thing. He came out, looked beautiful, passing the ball, setting people up. Beautiful. But then Trey alarm went off. His alarm went off. He's like, well, I did it right 4 times. Then he tried to do some dribble and lose the ball diving on the floor and stuff like that. You know, I just laughed about it, but I'm just like, you know, that's our boy in a nutshell right there. You feel me? But like, to be honest with you, like we have times where we do stuff right. I see Trey and Murray working perfectly when they move the ball and they doing what they supposed to. It's just that we don't stay to it for 4 quarters, and that's gonna determine this season. Us playing correct basketball for 4 quarters, because we show spurts of it, and when we do, we can play with anybody. You know, everybody, we love this team, but then we get frustrated because it's like within ourselves, and we know that they can do stuff or whatever, and then it's like, not seeing it happen. So on a consistent basis, so we all trying to figure it out. But anyway, I'll let y'all talk.
Going to Matt, going back to the offense. Everybody done played pickup basketball before on some certain level.
Mm-hmm.
When you know there's a ball hog on the team and he dribble, I don't give a damn what play is called. What are y'all gonna do?
Play defense.
You gonna wait? What are you gonna do on the offensive end?
I get you. You try to say we're gonna stand around.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, but the problem is, I don't know. I take him at his word when he says he does what he does on offense a lot of the time, because there is nothing. He has to make something out of nothing. I believe him.
You mean
now,
there's no accountability?
Again, we all know when Trey. No. We take everyone.
There's no accountability.
Okay, so
that don't mean he was telling you the truth.
I just said I'll take him at his word. He could be lying, but I'll take him at his word.
But
when I see the game, I see the same thing. I see nothing.
We all know what happens when Trey.
Matt, he lying. My bad, but he lying. It don't make sense basketball. It don't make sense basketball wise, bro. He lying.
But Mike, you said he said to be an extension of the coach, right? If I'm playing with 5, Jalen Johnson, we all admit last year we admitted he looked lost when he came out on the court. He looked like he didn't know what he was doing. Okay, so if he's looking lost, and I got multiple players out there that's looking lost, that doesn't look like they know what they're doing, then I got a question: are they being coached? Because why did it look lost? Why do so many players look lost? Consist all the time, offense and defensively. So what are they being told? What are they being coached? One, and then two.
That's what we talking about, the maturity of our point guard, like really trying to drive home a point guard in basketball, like literally basic stuff, bro. Like I said, that's why you want veterans, because if ain't nothing going, what a veteran gonna do is move the ball and then move his body. He gonna at least try and give it go real quick, and they on the page where they just made something happen out of nothing. You feel me? As a point guard, having the ball in control, I can literally say, hey, you come over here, set this screen, knowing that when I do this, it's going to make the defense do a certain reaction. Now it's going to make something out of nothing going this way and stuff like that. So that's what I'm saying. Basketball-wise, and knowing basketball, Trey is lying. That doesn't make sense. He has the control and power to always make something out of nothing, but he chooses his making something out of nothing is dribble, step back, pull. That's his making something out of nothing. And when he feels like that's
multiple
all,
times tonight,
even when the defense has already compromised you.
But there was multiple times tonight he threw it to Jalen. Jalen didn't do nothing. He threw it back to him. He threw it to Justin Holiday. He did nothing. He threw it back to him. He threw it to Collins. Collins did nothing. He threw it back to him. What am I supposed to do with 8 seconds? I've already passed the ball around the court, or the 3 other dudes. They didn't. They caught it, held it, passed it back to me.
That's on one instance though, Matt.
That happened
throughout 95 possessions.
And
that happened one time, bro.
That happened one time.
That happened one time, dog.
Because Jalen Johnson was wide open for the 3, and he didn't take it and do the shit to Capella, and then Capella gave it back to Trey.
Hey, y'all, basically what we saying is, in a nutshell, man, we seen how a player took over and reverted back to the coach, and he knew and said, you know what, guys, don't worry, I got this. I'm telling y'all. And they said, all right, let's see. And he did it, dog. I'm telling y'all, it's a whole lot, like when you like he would like Mike was saying, like, dude, it's a whole different mindset when you know you can control a game versus like with Trey, like dog, like you say, he's a reflection of the coach. So what's happening now is he's a reflection of him getting whatever he wants done. 2 for 12, and ain't nobody took him out, bro. That's a reflection of the coach. Come on, dude. You got another dude right here can bring us back in the game if you wanted to. But you let a dude that's 2 for 12 keep continuously going and shooting the ball, bro.
And he kept shooting.
Because it's his rotation.
Like, come on, bro.
Because the second unit don't have no real scores on the team. He had
right now until both.
He had Trey, Jalen Johnson, Capella, Aaron Holiday, and Justin Holiday. But besides Aaron Holiday, nobody else can really handle the ball or get to the basket. Justin Holiday is just a 3-and-D. Jalen Johnson is I don't know what he's doing, and obviously you can't do shit with Capella. And I said that during the game. I was like, this is the worst lineup ever because there's no scoring out there outside of Trey Young.
I hate that.
So hopefully
he always run that unit.
So hopefully when Bogey come back, Bogey can get out there and we got some shoot. But there's no scoring.
But
and I want Bogey.
I will say this: AJ, when we've let him go off, he's shown us them spurts, though, man. That's one thing we can say, man.
He ain't did nothing. He did the first 2 games, and he ain't did nothing since.
Go ahead.
I just feel like y'all, you can't. I don't think it's fair to compare Trey's game to Murray's game. You know, and
How not?
You're comparing Trey's leadership and his style of play to Murray's style.
Leadership is a character. That's not.
Yeah, that's a character trait.
But I'm saying his. But
let's keep it real, Matt. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it all the way real, okay? We know we was down 23. Okay. We know what started that run with Dejounte Murray because he had like 2 steals in 3 possessions. He had 2 steals. He picked Jalen Brunson, went coast to coast. He got another steal. And then that's when everything started to roll. Trey was on the bench because that's his normal time going to the bench right after the end of the first quarter. Right after the first quarter, but he did suck. He shot us. He was shooting us out of the game. Let's go.
No, I agree.
He did shoot us out of the game.
Okay. So we
in that second unit because there's no other scoring.
Well, that's not what we're discussing. What I'm discussing is Trey Young was shooting us out of the game in the first quarter when he was going 2 for 12. He was throwing up anything. Now, granted, I will say this: some of the shots that he took was just shit he missed. It was getting blocked. He had a couple of his normal scoop layups that got blocked. He tried to get a couple floaters, got blocked. I wouldn't say he took. I would say in that first half, I think he took to me. This is me. He took one just stupid 3-pointer, which made no sense to me. I guess he was trying to do a 2 for 1, but he did it too late. And I was just like, what are you doing? Seconds. But we know what started the run. Trey Young, right? He has to make up. For his defense, his defensive liability. So when the first thing Trey Young needs to do, okay, stop complaining and whining, and you can see it on his face when this is what he does. And I'll pull up any video. When he misses a shot, this is what he does. He turns around, he pouts, and he just lollygag back. He do it every miss, no matter if it's a layup, if it's attacking the basket, he think he got fouled, he complaining. But
he even do it on the game.
He do this lazy walk back, right?
God, dog.
And if you watch, he's always the last one to get back on defense, right?
It's true.
And then I'm gonna tell you another thing, how you know it was defense that got us going. In the first quarter, I was wondering, this was happening in the first quarter. We wasn't even crashing the offensive boards. We didn't even make an attempt. And I was saying to myself, how are we not crashing the offensive boards? But the Knicks are still beating us down court. There was no effort.
There was no effort at all.
There was no effort in that first quarter, that half, that midway of the first to the close of the first. No effort. We wasn't even crashing the offensive boards, and they would still beat us down court.
Your PG got to be down there first.
Well, he's always the last one down court.
Right, that's the problem.
But I mean, I'm not saying it's not a problem. Yeah. But like I was telling somebody else about Trey, at the end of the day, really, with a superstar, you got to take the good with the bad. But we know that Dejounte Murray started the rally, right, with those steals. He had 2 steals in 3 possessions. Knicks had 3 possessions. He took 2 of them away from him. That's what started the rally. They go into halftime down. We was down 9 or 7. One of them.
I think we were down 9.
It was 8. We was down 8, right? Yeah. They come out and I'm giving Nate some credit on this. He talked to them in that locker room. Whether he went in there and said, "Hey, do you see Dejounte out there getting it in? He needs some people to run with him." What we can't act like he didn't go in there and say nothing, right?
Do you think he said something, or do you think Dejounte said something? I
think Nate McMillan used Dejounte. I think he used Dejounte. I think Dejounte was talking to them on the court, but I be in the locker room at halftime. I believe Nate McMillan used Dejounte Murray's effort to end that first quarter. I mean, in the second half. Hey, look what he's doing. He needs some people to get up. Get his level of energy, motivation. Let's get it going. They come out, bro, and hold them to 10 points. That's defense right there.
You can't say that ain't coaching.
We held them to
10 turnovers.
10 points.
10 turnovers, too.
10 turnovers. And then we was messing with them because we were switching a 2-3 zone at times, daring them to shoot the ball. And like idiots, they kept shooting them threes and missing. So I can't, I'm going to admit, in the first quarter, I was ready to fire Nate on the spot, okay? But I'm not going to sit here and not give Nate McMillan credit for us coming from 23 points down. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say he's the sole reason. We all know he's not. Yeah. But you can't sit here and say I give him nothing. I don't care if you give him 10%. You got to give him something.
I gave him 10%. All I'm saying is,
even if I give him something, I'm not buying Okie though. That's all I'm saying. I told you earlier.
Well, I already told you. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid, man. I told people this season I'm giving you my raw emotions per game. You feel me? So I ain't gonna drink this Kool-Aid.
I got one thing, man. I'll be looking at the chat while y'all be talking, man. We got one dude talking about like why this show so negative, why we always talking about Trey. Like, bro, if you can't open your big eyes and see that Trey played horrible in the first quarter in the last game, like, bro, this is like, come on, man. Like, why do people think Trey is like bulletproof, bro?
Well, you know what, Juan? You know what?
He can't get any criticism.
You know what I think it is?
He's supposed to be the second coming.
Think about this though, Juan. Watch this. How old are you, Juan?
Who, me? 39.
Yeah. Okay, you 39. I'm 45, right? Gerald, how old are you?
32.
32. People around our age, Juan, you know, we've been through a lot of crap with the Hawks. Decades of crap with the Hawks, right? Yeah. And I think a lot of the younger dudes, they finally see a superstar in Atlanta. You know, like we had Dominique coming up.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now they have Trey Young. And for a lot of them, it's hard for them to hold somebody like a Trey accountable because, like young fans do, they scared like a player gonna leave or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the reasons why they really scared to hold him accountable. Me myself, you know, 30-some years, and these dudes have not made the finals.
Yeah, man.
I'm at the point where I don't care who owns the damn team as long as we win the game. I don't care if we go out there with dudes and they all 5'5". If that's gonna get me to the championship, I take it. I don't care if they're a superstar. I don't care what they is. You know what I'm saying? I want championship. So that's why me holding like when I say Trey stop shooting stupid shit, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't see how
I'm willing
fans
to hold
get
him
upset.
accountable. I do hold him accountable. All I'm saying is I think some people get they get unrealistic. I mean, the points and the assists that he gives you can't find another dude that get even the points. You can't find another. Bradley Beal doesn't play any defense.
But Matt,
I'm not saying Trey doesn't have to play defense. What I'm saying is it's unrealistic to expect him to be an all NBA defender plus what he gives you.
But listen, check it, Matt. Nobody asked him to be he ain't even built to be an all NBA defender, okay? But this is what I'm saying. If you're not gonna give me good defense at least be efficient on the offensive side of the ball. How you gonna score 25 points, but you took 27 shots?
Thank you.
Now you
I agree with that.
You hurting me on both ends. So if you ain't gonna give me the good defense, let me get some good point guard play. If Trey, I wouldn't care if Trey. Listen, I'm a Trey Young fan. If he just averaged 18 and 12. To me, he's still a superstar if we win it.
Thank you. Chris Paul is.
Chris Paul doing that shit good as hell right now.
Don't sell no tickets. Don't sell no tickets.
No, winning in Atlanta. Sell tickets.
In Atlanta, winning sell tickets. It don't matter who on the damn team.
There you go.
So, but let me say this. Listen. Last year, I was a little favorite, towards Trey, but this season we have Murray, right? And like the fact that Trey had a bad game this game, I'm not okay with that. But it doesn't faze me because I'm like, all right,
it's a string. It's almost.
And he had a bad game, and he had a bad Toronto game, and he shot bad,
Milwaukee.
The Milwaukee game. So
but the 4 straight games he gave,
Milwaukee game, he was all right.
36,
he was all right. Ball game. It was the It was the first 2 games he shot poorly.
And guess what, man? When Trey get out there and give me that money efficiently, I give him all the praise. I don't buy his jerseys because he sucks. I got 2 of his jerseys. You feel me? But at the end of the day, when we talking about on the court play, when you look at the numbers. Trey 29 and 15, that's awesome. But if I see he got 29 points, 15 assists, but it took him 30 shots to get there, and he got 10 assists the other night, but he had 10 turnovers by himself.
There's no reason your point guard should have 12 shot attempts in the first quarter.
No,
Kobe probably.
It's no reason your point guard should get a triple-double with turnovers.
So that's
that's gonna happen. Sometimes that's just gonna happen.
Nah.
Go ahead.
My thing is the shot attempt.
Chris Paul has had 2 turnovers in 10 games. Like,
go ahead, Adam.
Yeah. All I'm gonna say is that, like I agree with all of that. All I'm saying is that Dejounte Murray, it's like if Trey didn't have it, it's like, in my opinion, Murray being that second star, like,
cool, calm.
I mean, listen, I expect him to step up in that role and come carry the team when the number 1 option is playing like dog poop right now. So it's like, I'm not gonna treat Murray like, oh man, Justin Holiday and came in. He commanded the defensive end. It's like, nah, it's like I give Murray all the credit because without Murray, we lose this game 10 out of 10. But what I'm saying is that, I give Trey his criticism when I feel like, and maybe I shouldn't do this, based on how I feel, but I give Trey his criticism. And tonight, I think he played terrible. Toronto game, I told you, it was funny. Y'all reaction was priceless when I said I split the blame of his turnovers. But in my opinion, it's like I believe that Trey and Nate, they've got to be hand in hand. So if we're saying that Trey is Nate's extension out there, and Trey looking bad, it's like, all right, so if Trey is Nate's extension out there and Trey looking bad, y'all need to regroup at halftime and figure something else out. Or if Trey don't have it going, and this is something internal development, but if Trey don't have it going, Nate has got to figure out make him a slasher, make him be a rebounder, something where he's still being productive. He don't have to be off the floor. When he's on the floor, it don't kill the whole momentum of the game.
The problem is with Trey. Go ahead, Juan.
I was just gonna say, man. Let's look at this, and I'm gonna use the words of Demond. Let's keep it a buck, man. What were we playing tonight? Madison Square Garden. Where has Trey been? Where his character or this role has been created for him as the villain? Madison Square Garden. So it's naturally he's going to try to come out there and try to bust their head wide open. As a course of it, that's why you saw 12 shots in the first quarter. because he was trying to silence the crowd. He's trying to go back to the 2020 playoff series and trying to get them all in their feelings and everything, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I knew that was going to be the case coming into the game. I said, Trey, if you don't have it going, I said, this is not going to be a good night, because I said, I literally said that in my mind. I'm like, if he don't come out shooting the ball well, this is not going to be a good night, because he's going to be missing a lot of shots. And then obviously I had to do my little Nate Slater, and I was like, and Nate just be standing there just like this, look at that I'm doing it. And by the way, I'm going to say this one last thing, and then I'm gonna let you go, Matt. But something I was saying when y'all talking about the second unit, I hate that second unit with a passion, because there's no scorers.
You ain't got no choice.
There's plenty of choice. All you have to do, and he does it with Trey on purpose instead of doing it with a guy in Dejounte who's proven to do better in situations like that. Listen, when he was out there was no real scorers aside from him. So what I'm saying is
you forget we down a key guy. We down Bogey.
No, I'm saying no. I know the rotation is going to change when Bogey is back, but right now AJ Griffin should be
he's not a scorer. He's a shooter.
Right. So, but who else is a shooter in that? Who's shooting in the second unit right now?
AJ Griffin when he get in.
No, he's not in the second unit. It's Aaron, Justin, Jalen, and then he subs Clint back in. So who's a shooter in that unit?
Trey?
Nobody. So Trey gonna take 50-foot threes. Trey gonna be doing too much.
So if you take Trey out and put Dejounte in that mode, you got the same problem.
Not really, because Dejounte, like we just said, Dejounte not gonna take a lot of those dumb shots. Dejounte is gonna find different ways to facilitate, or he's gonna take it from the defensive end. Okay. Now I did say that
it's a personnel problem. It ain't really.
Well, that's why I said that Trey. But listen, when Bogey get back, I already know Bogey gonna be running that second unit. The second unit is gonna be lethal with Bogey. But all I'm saying is that you can't run the guys that you're running with Trey and expect him not to take some of the shots he's running. That's all. Go ahead, Matt.
These shots before he the first subs instead of subs.
With that, Gerald, I noticed. Hey, with that, Gerald, you said that Nate don't have no time to run a play because Trey be taking shots 22 seconds of the shot clock. I looked on 3 separate occasions where there was 6 seconds off of the shot clock. Nate was sitting down on the bench with his assistant coaches, and Trey was going side to side. He was doing ridiculous stuff, and Nate was sitting there on the bench. Could have had plenty of time to call a play. And I want to say this. I'm sorry, man. I had to get all this out. If Trey is the point guard and has the ability to say, all right, we got these plays at hand, Nate's playbook must be real short, because right now it's looking like Nate's playbook is pick and roll in the horn sets that he be running. That's all that. No, don't say that. That's what the whole NBA.
And that's all y'all looking on the ball too much. That's
I'll see the whole court. I'll see the whole court.
I'll look at everything.
3 things.
And
1,
standing. Go ahead, Matt.
1.
How Mike and Juan see all them plays being ran?
Second half. Because the only play I saw in the first half was pick and roll.
Hey, if Mike or Juan is in, I must not be in a group chat y'all in, because y'all need to point this out to me, because I don't see. I see horns. I see horns, and I see a pick and roll. They run a pick and roll, and they run horns through the pick and roll. I mean, off ball in the pick and roll. That is one set. That's one set. That's one. That just because you do it on the right side and you do it on the left side does not mean it's 2 separate plays. It is the same play. You're just running it on 2. You're running different people through it, which is good, or you're running it on opposite sides of the court. That's it. That's not 2 separate plays. It's one play ran on right and left.
No, because I've seen a lot of times where Trey or Dejounte brought the ball up the floor. There wasn't a pick and roll. It was just straight horns.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that. What I'm saying.
But here, my bad. Matt, go ahead.
No, I'm saying what I'm saying, Gerald, and what I was trying to tell Mike and Juan. They run the pick and roll, 1 play. They run horns, 2 plays. This is Nate being creative. He will run a pick and roll and horns at the same time. To him, that is creative. To him, that's creative. And it looks like it's 2 plays, or it's off-ball movement, or it's
that is off-ball movement, though.
I mean, it is, but what I'm saying is,
here's my problem with that.
What I'm saying is limited.
Here's my problem with that. Here's my problem with Nate's offensive. I don't know who runs the offense. Whoever runs the offense should be fired. But
what? Wait.
Oh. Yes. But here's my problem with the offense. Whether it's horns or whether it's which Nate would never run it, whether it's horns, blind pig, or whatever, it's 2.
Don't do that either. He don't know what that is.
Nate think he's talking about a restaurant, talking about blind pig. Anyways, the problem is it's too predictable. And when it becomes predictable and teams stop it, guess what we do? We run the ISO ball, and Trey shoots threes, and Murray come around that same little weak screen.
Carl,
and he shoot that short jump shot, or Hunter will do the same thing, take a dumb shot, and it's 2 1-on-1 when we become too predictable. That's my whole.
But we ran.
Go ahead, Gerald.
But we ran the same exact stuff through Murray, but since Murray was a lot more poised, kind of like what Mike was saying, Murray was a lot more poised. We ended up in better situations running the exact same.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Gerald, here, but okay. Like I said, you can't compare the way that Young runs the offense to the same way that Murray runs the offense, because Murray is not a born scorer like Trey Young is. I mean, you can say that, but Gerald, if I know I can't go for 50, I know I'm not a born scorer. I'm going to come off sets. I'm going to come off the ball looking to pass first, because I know I'm not a natural scorer, as opposed to I know I can get 50, 45, 35 whenever I step on the court. So when I catch the ball off of this action that they run, I'm looking at it differently. If I'm a natural born scorer, when I receive the ball, I'm looking at the court differently as a scorer versus a passer. So that's what I'm saying with Murray. He's looking at it as a facilitator. You could accredit Pop with that, I guess, but he's looking at the game as a facilitator as opposed to a passer. So if you say Trey should see the game that way, okay, you can say that, but that's a critique you can have for him. But at the same time, I guess I give Trey a little bit more benefit of the doubt, because I understand the offensive burden that he has. I understand the schematic burden that he has.
He puts his pride, and his pride puts a lot of that burden on himself.
Okay, no, I'll give you an example. Like tonight, let's say Murray. Let's say it's kind of hard to. Okay, last game, the Toronto game, right? John didn't have it going. Murray didn't. Well, I think Murray had 20 points, but Hunter didn't have it going. Holiday didn't have it going. The other Holiday didn't have it going. Jalen Johnson didn't have it going. Trey, whether y'all want to admit it or not, we need Trey to get that 28 and 10 or 28 and 12. We need him to get them points. We do. Who else is going to score those points?
Bro, we only need I'm going to say this and then I'm going to rebuttal it. We only need Trey to get maybe 18 and 12 to 15. That's all we need. So when Trey's in the game, the people like Miami, the best defensive teams, they know they only got to stop Trey and whoever's the most likely person he going to give the ball to. And it's probably going to be a one pass before the shot attempt goes up. That's just how the offense is when Trey's in the game, because Trey's the system. Kind of like how LeBron.
Gerald, I've been telling you for weeks that's a bad ideology.
But that's on Trey. That's on Trey. But when Dejounte was in the game, the Knicks had to account for every single person on the floor, because you didn't know who Dejounte was going to get involved. That way, it made him a whole lot harder to stop.
Trey don't have to carry that burden, man. You know, all we need from Trey, we just need him to be dangerous. That's it. Yeah. As long as he a threat on the court, he don't need to give me 29. He don't need to do that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I'm keeping it all the way a buck, he don't shoot like he don't shoot real good from three right now. The three ball's not there. What I need him to do, I think Trey, if he just got others involved first, like tonight, I think he let his emotions being the villain and all that stuff, Madison Square Garden, I believe he let that get to him because a lot of the shots it was a lot of times he would bring the ball down and the ball's just not moving, man. He'll pass it to Murray, they'll give it back to him. But it's like people already know he gonna shoot the ball. You know what I'm saying? But I don't need Trey Trey don't have to be the MVP, man. At the end of the day, what I need for Trey, like I said, be dangerous. I don't care if he lead us in scoring. I want to win the game, just like tonight. He didn't lead us in scoring, but we won the game. Yeah, and guess who's gonna get credit?
But let's be as you said. Let's keep it a buck. We're playing a bad Knicks team who can't score. If this was against if this was against the Pelicans, if this was against the Cavaliers, if this was against the Celtics, if this was against a talented roster, there is no way y'all would be cool with him having 15 and 12 and him passing the ball to Hunter or John Collins is averaging 13 points. What do he have? What do he have? 13 points a game. What do he have against Toronto? No, he had a bad game, but what I'm saying is,
there you go. That was a team that could score the ball. You saw what happened. We lost by 30.
But Toronto really couldn't.
No. Don't say they can't score when they beat us by 30 points.
I would use Milwaukee.
But a lot of those were turnovers.
By who?
A lot of those were turnovers.
By who?
But it was predictable turnovers.
No. By who? You said a lot of them are turnovers. Where did turnovers come from, man?
Yeah, Trey had a lot of turnovers. But
how many he had, man? You know how many?
He had 10. He had 10. But a lot of those turnovers,
you didn't want to say that, Matt.
Because he was out there. Because he was out there. He was out there with 4 of the guards when they had all bigs in the game.
It's not only that.
That don't got nothing to do with him turning the ball over.
If you trapped by 2 bigs throwing the ball,
why is he getting trapped, analyst? Why is he getting trapped? He knows he's going to get trapped. No, he knows. And this what pissed me off about that trap mess. He know he could get trapped at any moment. So he need to prepare himself when he bringing that ball down and he crossing that half court line. They might try to trap me. He already know what's coming. It's been coming at him since he's been in the league. Let's be real. That's nothing new. But this is the thing. It go back to what Gerald said, and I always say this. You are more dangerous when the defense has to account for everybody. Guess what? They don't double you if you got people who can score the ball. You don't have to be a shooter. If you can score the ball, you got to be accounted for, right? So that's why I say if Trey will come out and get other people involved first, it's just going to make it easier for him to get his buckets because now they can't double him. Why? Because old boy's cooking, whether it's JJ, whether it's Justin Holiday. Hell, whether it's because Aaron Holiday played good today with him and Trey when he was still playing good. Trey get others involved. It makes it easier for him. When he start doing his 2 for 12 nights in the first quarter, guess what? They just key in on him because they know he's not gonna really pass the ball like that. You see what I'm saying?
What about the Detroit? What about the Detroit game? The Detroit game.
You said against no. You said you was talking shit, man. No, you was talking shit. That's why you said the Knicks are a bad team. They can't score. Yeah. The Pistons are a bad team.
No. But I was going to say, but the first game
that they can score. Really? Right? Come on, analyst.
No, I mean, no. They're not. No. What I meant. No. I'm hot. When I say a team that can score, what I'm highlighting is a game where the offense that we have without Trey only gets us to a certain point. Like that Detroit game. Murray didn't have it. The first Detroit game. Murray didn't have it going. Collins didn't have it going. Hunter didn't have it going. Neither Holidays had it going. So we needed Trey to have that 36 and 12 or whatever he had. 36 and 13 , whatever.
But Trey,
y'all wouldn't have been cool if he would have had 50.
You know what, Matt, he was due.
As a last resort.
Hey, he was due because his first 2 games he played, he shot like shit. Let's be real.
No, I'm talking about the points. I'm talking about the points.
No. listen, man. Like I tell people, with Trey Young, when it comes to me, when it comes to Trey, I accept the good with the bad. It don't mean I'm not gonna complain about it. It don't mean I'm not upset about it. I'm gonna accept it as a fan because I have no choice. But but I'm gonna sit here and let him know, hey, that shit was stupid. I said right there doing my watch along. That's a dumb shot. Why is Trey shooting that?
Yeah, I agree.
I will say this.
I agree.
I will say this. I do wish. Now I don't know if this will come with maturity, but I do wish that Trey would realize that his shot is not falling before he got to go 2 for 12 or 3 for 10 or something like that. Like after a couple shots where it's not falling, it's like, all right, Murray, you take it. You know, not like my go, your go, but like, all right, Murray, you do whatever we do. Keep us in the game, get everybody else involved. So when I come back, you know, I can be like someone in the chat said, I think it was the best, worst gambler. He said, Murray is not a good shooter. So we need to run Trey off the ball, let Murray run the offense. Because listen, Murray can run the offense.
Hold on, analyst. I'm gonna go ahead and eliminate what he just said because he dead wrong. Trey Young this year, bro, is shooting.
It was the other comment, but
he's shooting 42% from the field, bro.
Yeah, that's bad. He shot 7.
No, my bad. Excuse me. I'm sorry. 22-23 regular season. He's shooting 38% from the field. He's shooting 31%. Hold on. I just want to. He's shooting 31% from 3. That is not good. He is not a better shooter than Dejounte Murray. Not even close. So let's kill that. So I'm talking about
3-point shooting.
Look at the shooting. Look at the shooting. Trey shooting 32% from 3, bro. Dejounte this year, 8 games, bro. He's shooting 47% from the field, 40% from 3. He's the way.
We all know it's gonna balance out, though. We all know it's gonna balance out.
Bro, Trey, I'm gonna keep it real.
When the season get a little bit more aged, it's gonna balance out.
It's gonna balance out.
Trey is listen, guys. Trey is a volume shooter.
All right.
He is not an efficient scorer.
But most aren't.
No, stop it.
Who? Besides LeBron, who's
Steph Curry? Steph Curry shoot pretty efficient. And he a league MVP.
Bradley Beal?
No, he's not efficient.
What?
Bradley Beal's not efficient. He's not.
He's not.
Look at his shot attempts.
Now,
look at his shot attempts.
I'm a Bradley Beal fan, but no,
Go look at his shot attempts. It's 25, 26, 27,
the shooting
21. Huh? Bradley Beal.
He's
21, 2, 23. He got a lot of points, but when you look at the attempts per game, it's a lot.
Bro, Bradley Beal shooting 52% right now from the field.
Yeah, what the hell y'all talking about?
Bro, he a career 46% shooter. He a career 37% 3-point shooter. Where y'all get these numbers from? Man?
He shooting 32%.
What I'm saying, no. I'm not talking about his percent. I'm saying he takes a lot of shots to get his points. To me, that's
but it don't matter. It don't matter if you take a lot of shots if you shoot efficiently. That's why I always want John Collins to shoot the ball more. I'd rather have John Collins shoot the ball 20 times and make 14 than Trey shoot 20 and make 6.
Yeah, it don't have what John shoot it. It don't necessarily.
What you say? He had, I'm gonna show you. Okay, let's see what it. Hold on. Since he's not bad.
No. I didn't say he wasn't bad. No. I said he wasn't 6 for 20. He wasn't. He's not 6 for 20 bad. He's
okay.
The most is pretty efficient too.
So you telling me this year 38? Let's call it 39%. What's 6 for 20 from the field?
That's 30, less than 33. 28.
But I'm saying it's going to improve as the season goes on.
Huh?
But as the season goes on, you know the numbers.
But if Trey would eliminate. If Trey would eliminate the silly threes, right? Eliminate those. And Trey problem is he got too much get back in him. You know what I'm saying? He got too much get back. If somebody score on him, he got to go back at him, man. I don't know. He got to get over that. He got to understand that the bigger goal is to win the game. And let me tell you what's funny. It don't matter how we win because Trey gonna get all the credit anyway. You know what I'm saying? Just like he get all the backlash when we lose.
Another thing, Damon, is that you don't have to. You got the whole game to get. You ain't got to get them back right then.
No, I agree.
Hold on, let me see. Hold on. What King Phillips said? Hold on. King Phillips said Trey don't shoot back. Okay, let me just see. Let's see what he shoot.
And this season.
Hold on, let's see.
It's too early to be looking at percentages.
Weren't y'all the same one talking about this season?
No. I'm looking at his career. I'm gonna look at his career shooting. He a career.
Yeah, his career shooting is not in the 30s.
He a career 43. You can call it 44%.
Yeah.
He a career 35%. So he an average 3-point shooter. Okay.
But ain't the league average from 42%?
That's what I said. He's an average 3-point. He's average at shooting.
So look at Murray.
Yeah, but I'm saying he's not bad.
What's the league? Yeah, so he not elite.
I believe the league average is 42%. I believe
from the field. 42%. From the field, right?
From the field is 42%. No,
okay, so
from the field, I believe league average is 42, and from the three it's 35.
So he right there at both. He pretty much right there at both. Okay.
Yeah. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Let me see what Dejounte did there. Let's see what Dejounte did. Hold up. Let me see what Murray at.
From 3,
for his career, Wes Murray for his career probably 31%.
34% career from the 3, and a 46% shooter.
Yeah, he's good from the mid range. He's good from the mid range.
He's a better shooter than Trey, like I said, because Trey is a volume shooter.
I don't know about that.
So wait, what you mean you don't know? Didn't I just show you the numbers?
I mean,
you just said. Didn't you just say I want to see his career numbers, right? And I showed them to you.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's not taking context into account. Like Murray shoots more layups, gets more dunks than Trey Young, so his percentage that skews his percentage. So Trey's all
or if Trey stops,
so it's a little different.
Or if Trey
get a lot of floaters.
If Trey stops shooting bad shots, and you know why his percentage is not that up there? It's because of his 3-point shooting. He's not an elite 3-point shooter.
No, I agree with that.
That's why. Guess what he did? If you ain't noticed, you see them 3-point attempts from him have dropped dramatically this year.
Yeah,
I think he might be averaging maybe 6 attempts a game now.
That's my problem with the whole team. They don't take enough threes as a team.
We rank.
Bogey gonna change that. Bogey.
Well, no. The problem is we don't play fast. Remember, I said the other day we need to speed it up. We don't play fast. Let me show y'all something. Watch this.
Bogey is gonna speed. Bogey gonna speed us up though.
Playing fast starts with getting a stop.
Watch this.
That's true, but Bogey is going. I'm telling you, Bogey going to speed that second unit up.
Look at this. This why our pace hurts us. The pace we play it now, it hurts us because look.
What we right?
Look, we 10th in the league from the field and shooting. We shoot 47% as a team from the field, right?
That's good.
Heck yeah, it's good. It's outstanding.
What's our pace?
But I ain't pull up the pace yet. But the problem is we need to get more shot attempts. So today we played faster today. So field goal attempts moved us up to 6. We was out of the top 10. The reason I want us to get even more shots up is because we shoot so good. So if you're shooting good, you want to get more shots up. You feel me?
You
got to play faster to get the possessions.
But you got to get the stop first.
We can get we not too bad on the defensive side.
I think
the problem is we don't play defense like that. Not even gonna say like that third. I'm saying we don't play good defense as a team for 48 minutes. It's always a quarter where we giving up 35 plus points in a quarter, which ends up usually that's changing the outcome of the game. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Now don't get Trey Young. Listen, Trey Young he's still a superstar. I just think I think it's everything else is just up here. Maybe a little bit of ego. I got to get 30. No, you don't have to get 30. You don't have to. You have to. What we need to do is win the game. That's what we need to do.
I hope we win.
Hold on 1 second, Matt. 1 second, Matt. Steve Nash averaged, was it 16 and 12 and won the MVP?
That's not happening in today's NBA.
I'm just saying.
But I'm just I hope. Well, I'll say I hope. I think there is going to be a game this season that we don't shoot it well, and Trey has a bad game or he doesn't score a lot of points, and we lose. And then I'm gonna tell y'all, like, I personally think that now y'all can say he shouldn't, but I believe he does carry a lot of the offensive burden because he needs to. I won't say he needs to. His average for the last 3 years is 28 and 10, something like that.
Okay, guys, check it out. Since we won, man, who you got, analyst? Who your hero tonight? Who your hero tonight, and who's your MVP and who's your unsung hero tonight?
So I got the same person in mind. My MVP of tonight is. See, I view him as the hero tonight too, but my MVP of tonight is obviously Dejounte Murray. Changed the whole tempo of the game. We never seen anything like it before. My unsung hero.
I want to say it.
No, wait. Come back to me. Okay,
who you got? Who you got? Ticket. Who you got?
So it's just MVP and unsung hero. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. So my MVP obviously is Dejounte. I might surprise a lot of people with this one, but can I have a tie for unsung hero?
Yeah.
I feel like it was 2.
Go ahead.
Unsung hero A, I feel like it was Aaron Holiday, because when Dejounte went to the bench, I feel like Aaron Holiday had some good quality stretch in that, you know, he had the damn block on damn Obi Toppin. Like that was
he did, but he came from the back. Yeah, that was a good block.
That was huge. So yeah, Aaron Holiday, and then the other person, I gotta get to my boy Nate, man. Okay. I gotta get to my boy Nate. Hey,
look at Matt. Hey, Matt would have laughed so hard.
Man, we down 23 points. We down 23 points. You know that chat was on fire, and that chat was on fire.
I stand by everything I said.
But I'm consistent. I still stand by what I said.
Hey, all I got to say is, Nate made y'all look dumb tonight.
Nah, I ain't falling for the okie doke. Because guess what? Hey, watch me lose by 20.
I said for tonight.
Who you got, Matt? Who you got, Matt? MVP, unsung hero.
MVP, I got Murray, of course. I thought he was phenomenal. Unsung hero, I'm gonna go with DeAndre. I thought he hit some timely shots, especially in the third quarter. He didn't foul out, so that's always good. And he got some rebounds. So, yeah.
I got DeJounte for my MVP, and I got John Collins for my unsung hero, leading us with 13 rebounds.
That's a good one too. He didn't get punked out by Randall.
I don't know, but did you see Clint get bullied by Mitchell Robinson?
I knew that was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen.
Oh, hold on. I know this is going to be hilarious. Did y'all see Clint when he missed a bunny in front of the goal? I thought he was going to dunk it. It was at the beginning of the game, and they threw it to him. And he came, and he was right in front of the rim. And instead of just dunking it, he tries to drop it. And he missed it off the line.
Y'all see Murray's face? He just looked down like. So I guess he knew, so it's unexpected to him. But man, it's just.
This one thing that I just thought about. You know, coming out of that TV, I think it was a TV timeout where the sideline reporters said that Dejounte went to Trey and said play together. I think that's the first time we've seen where somebody actually on the court like hold Trey accountable for something.
Or just instead of you don't even have to.
I need him to keep doing it.
You could say gave him a reminder.
Yeah, I want him to keep doing it.
Right.
I want Dejounte on Trey.
Because, like you said, Trey was going to come out there turned up for New York.
Mm-hmm.
We already knew that was going to happen.
Hey, if Trey would have sat down, he'd probably have about 70 shots.
Hey, I'm telling you, that was God that made him go to that locker room, bro. That was God that was that locker room.
Hey, that was Travis back there.
Hey, man, well, hey, you didn't see, where was Julius Randle at tonight? Did he get benched at one point?
Julius Randle sucked, but he still blocked Capella shot.
Did he get benched or something? It's like he didn't even play the third quarter.
They're playing awful.
I think when we
usually
zone,
he him into the ground.
When we went zone,
what y'all thought about Cam Reddish?
He was in
I wish we had him.
He was in mid-season.
Yeah, instead of Justin Holiday, I'll take anybody from Justin Holiday. I'll take a dude at the Y over Justin Holiday.
Justin shoot way better.
Matisse Thybulle, Matt.
Cam Reddish can't shoot, man. I was saying that.
Neither can Holiday.
And Holiday hit them threes tonight though. Shit.
Quiet as it's kept. Since Nate done put AJ in that rotation, I think that done lit a little fire under Justin.
Well, Justin should have had a fire lit up under when he saw Bogey getting shots up in warm up.
Yeah.
That's a lost call.
He finna lose his minutes right now.
Yeah, that's the only good thing.
If I'm Justin, I can be like, okay, Bogey just better than me. But I ain't finna let no damn rookie take my minutes though.
And remember, Holiday only here on a 1-year deal too. So I mean, basically he auditioning for other teams right now too. Also, you know what I'm saying.
And right now, it ain't even looking like a minimum contract. But
yeah, it looks like he's gonna be in China.
He need to heat up.
He gonna be with the Sharks with Eric Bledsoe.
This guy.
He gotta heat it up, man.
So my unsung hero, I was gonna go with Colin because that was a good point, Damon. But I do agree, Hunter hit timely shots. Not like to get the lead, but Hunter hit timely shots to keep extending
momentum.
Yeah, keep the momentum. Because remember last game, Joe, you actually made a good point where Hunter was hitting the threes, but he killed the momentum with his fouls. Mm-hmm. And to me, that was a big part of the game because I feel like we could have continued to got that momentum. I feel like we could have gotten real close and we could finish out the game. But tonight, my unsung hero is gonna be Hunter with those timely shots to keep the momentum going.
Well, fellas, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the show, man. Unless y'all want to stay on longer.
Hey, man. Hey, my boy Nate, man. My boy can't. Hey, too, bro.
Hey, I'm hoping Travis wake up tomorrow.
Gerald, I know. Hey. I know you usually be like, man, Nate, don't mess this up.
After that Raptors game, I was like, boy, I'm about to go on this live. I'm about to get murdered on here, bro. I was like, I can't wait till it's my day. Today was my day.
I ain't lying, bro. I ain't lying because you know I'm a Nate supporter, but bro, I was ready to fire him in that first quarter, dog.
Bro, I don't know how y'all stand.
When I tell y'all that chat was on fire, bro. Analyst was like, I'm turning the game off. This game is over. I'm done with Nate. Get rid of him right now.
That was a good win, man. I enjoyed every bit of it too, man. We had a couple Knicks fans in our chat, man, and
Knicks fan TV looked depressed over there. I went and I just
that's what I'm about to watch.
I played the first 10 seconds and CP, man, he was like, when he say stop the music as soon as he turned the music,
he got a show.
Yeah, CP the franchise. Yeah, Knicks fan TV.
Oh, okay. I
always go watch them. Bro, I always go watch them when they lose. It's hilarious.
Okay,
hilarious. They almost up there with what's my boy, the homeboy name? The Real Rants. When I watch the old school Arsenal fan TV, when they lose, bro, they be ready to fire everybody. It be the first game of the season, bro. They be like, get rid of them. I be like, God.
Yeah. Although I do see a lot of similarities with Nate and Tibbs. I see a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
Nate and Tibbs, man. They like brothers from a different mother.
Nate,
let me tell you something.
Dwayne Casey.
Let me tell you what I've just accepted. Okay, Matt and analysts with it don't matter if we win the championship, they still gonna be like fire Nate, bro. They gonna be like, hey, we could win the finals, and they gonna be like, we didn't run no plays, man. You gotta get up out of here. There's always horns and pick and roll. Horns.
Hey man, it's gonna be take an active guy through the
Hey, ticket, and then we be like, but Matt, we won the championship. You know, Matt gonna hit you with that, but yeah.
It was
but exactly.
You're not the same page.
But we could have.
And somebody tell me what does his son do exactly? He over there massaging John on the bench. What is he doing over there?
Hey, his son.
What is his job title?
What's the website of the chat you all have to? No, it's right here, man. It's right here on this channel, bro. I do a watch along during the game. 2K Atlanta Hall. I do a watch along, man. We be lit up in there. We be turned up. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the show tonight, family. Hey, salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody who tapped in. Make sure y'all hit that like button before you leave, man.
Oh, I got a plug.
All right, shout out to all my homeboys who came through. Matt, Gerald, Analyst, Mike, Juan, Al. Shout out to all of them who came through. Shout out to everybody who was in the in-game chat. Listen, tomorrow morning, y'all know what I do. We Talk Hawks TV morning show. Next day recap. It's gonna probably be about 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in the morning. Y'all come tap in with me. If not,
I ain't up by that time.
If not, just catch the replay. Number one Hawks YouTube fan channel for the fans, by the fans. Y'all see it. Don't forget to hit that like button. And I'm gonna let my boy Ticket take us out of here. What you got, Ticket?
Hey man, Taylor Swift, bro, just announced that tour April 28th, April 29th in Atlanta. I got the suites. If y'all need them, holla at me.
All right, give my guy Drew if y'all need them suites, them tickets. So we out of here, family. I appreciate y'all rocking with us tonight, and y'all know what time it is.
For the EV, ride around my city. You should come right with me, yeah. Feel me if you hear me sip water like a fish, sip box water to the gillies, yeah. This a new way, this a takeover, do it for the future.